Good morning, students. Today let us take up another interesting topic, optimal choice of the consumer. Before understanding this topic, we shall have an understanding of a concept which comes in indifference curve, and that is monotonic preference. You need to know what is monotonic preference. Monotonic preference means that a rational consumer always prefer more of a commodity as it offers him a higher level of satisfaction. Students, I already told you that a consumer is a rational consumer who prefer more of that commodity which gives him higher level of satisfaction. Suppose there are two bundles, and if he has to choose between these two bundles, he go for that bundle which gives him more quantities of commodities and which maximizes his satisfaction, which gives higher satisfaction. We have to understand here, monotonic preference means that a rational consumer always prefer more of a commodity as it offers him a higher level of satisfaction. To put it in other words, you can also say that monotonic preference would mean that between two bundles, the consumer will choose the one. If there are two bundles, the consumer chooses that bundle where there is at least more of one good and no less to other. That bundle should give or should consist of more of at least one commodity and no less of other, as it would give him higher satisfaction, and this would definitely gives him higher satisfaction. To make you more clear, let us take an example. Here in this example there are two bundles, bundle 1 and bundle 2. In bundle 1 there is 2 units of good 1 and 2 units of good 2, and in bundle 2 there is 1 unit of good 1 and 2 units of good 2. If you make a comparison between these two bundles, which bundle has more units of a commodity? Obviously bundle 1 has 2 units of good 1 and good 2, good X and good Y respectively. Therefore, consumer would prefer to have which bundle, student? Obviously, the consumer would prefer to have the first bundle which gives him more units of a commodity, because when he gets more, he gets maximum satisfaction, he gets higher satisfaction. Therefore, monotonic preference means what? A rational consumer always prefer more of a commodity as it offers him a higher level of satisfaction. For the limited income, what is available to him, if he gets more of the combinations of two goods, he would prefer to have that bundle rather than the bundle which gives him lesser units of the commodity. This is what we call it as monotonic preference, which will be asked as 2 marks question. We shall now understand the interesting topic, optimal choice of the consumer. Before starting understanding this topic, optimal choice of the consumer, we must recall some of the important concepts that we have already understood. Those are indifference curve, indifference map, budget line. So, recall what is indifference curve, student? An indifference curve is a curve on a graph that shows various combination of two goods that gives the consumer equal satisfaction or utility, same level of satisfaction. And likewise, indifference map is a group of indifference curve. It is a family of indifference curve which shows different levels of utility. And what is budget line? Just remember what I explained. Budget line consists of all bundle that cost exactly equal to the consumer's income. Why I am giving you the explanation again about indifference curve, budget line? Because here in this topic, optimal choice of the consumer, we can know that how a rational consumer makes a choice where he can buy the combination of two goods. Which combination of two two goods will gives him a higher satisfaction that he is going to purchase. So, where the consumer reaches the maximum satisfaction, which is that optimal point, that we are understanding with the help of a diagram. Before understanding optimal choice of a consumer, you need to recall what is indifference curve, indifference map and budget line, because we are combining indifference curves and budget line to derive optimal choice of the consumer in the form of point. So, now let us start up by understanding how a consumer reaches optimal point. Consumer's optimal choice is depicted by a particular combination of goods that will maximize consumer's utility given a certain income. With the limited available of income, at which point the consumer will get the maximum satisfaction. It is depicted by a particular combination of goods that will maximize consumer's utility. On the one hand, he should get the maximum satisfaction when he make a budget, and he cannot make a budget beyond his income. He should see that within the available income in his pocket he need to purchase, and that particular combination itself is called as consumer's optimal choice. How do we derive this consumer's optimal choice? Diagrammatically we shall understand, but before that you need to understand that in order to find out the optimal choice of the consumer, we have to combine, I told you initially, we have to combine the indifference curves with his budget line. When we are interested to know how to derive or how to find the optimal choice of a consumer, what we have to do? We have to combine the indifference curves with the budget line. This we shall understand diagrammatically, but to attain optimal choice, we have to know that two conditions must be satisfied. So, what are those conditions? We shall now take up. The two conditions that has to be satisfied, that has to be fulfilled to attain the point of optimal choice of the consumer is given here. The first condition is that the slope of indifference curve must be equal to the slope of the budget line. The slope of the indifference curve should be equal to the slope of the budget line. The second condition is that at the point of optimal choice, indifference curve must be convex to the origin. I told you the shape of the indifference curve is convex to the origin. Why so? Because MRS is always diminishing. It implies that MRS must be diminishing. When these two conditions are satisfied on the curve, we get the optimal choice or optimal point where the consumer reaches maximum satisfaction. So, this is the point where the consumer reaches maximum satisfaction when he purchases a particular combination of two goods. So, let us understand this diagrammatically. So, let us understand optimal choice of the consumer with the help of a diagram. In this diagram, there are three indifference curves, IC1, IC2 and IC3, showing different levels of utility. And we have a budget line. I told you, in order to get optimal choice of the consumer, we need to combine indifference curve with the budget line. So, we have three indifference curves represented by IC1, IC2 and IC3, and we have a budget line AB. AB is the budget line representing a given income, a given level of income. Now, we are combining this, we have to take different points on each and every indifference curve. Let us consider point C. At point C, the point C, what we see on the indifference curve IC1, point C on the indifference curve IC1 is not an optimal point. It is not an optimal point. Why? Because it is below the budget line. It is below the budget line. It means that the consumer's amount, the consumer's income is not fully spent in this point C, and hence if he moves to the towards the budget line, he derives more utility. He can derive more utility when he moved towards the budget line. So, we have understood that point C on IC1, indifference curve IC1 is not an optimal point because it is below the budget line. Now, let us take up the other 3 points, point P, point Q and point E. Now, let us consider the 3 points, point P, point Q and point E. Each of this combination, the cost of each of this combination is equal to the income, consumer's income. The combination of the two goods, because you already know that whatever the bundles you see, combinations of two goods you see on the budget line, it is exactly equal to consumer's income. Since all these points can be seen on the budget line, the cost of each of this bundle is equal to the consumer's income. But can we consider point B or point Q as optimal point? No, point P as well as point Q are not optimal point. Why? We need to understand. Here, if you look into, if the consumer moves from either point Q or point P towards point E, if he moves towards point E along the budget line, he gets the maximum satisfaction. Why? Because he will move to the next indifference curve, a higher indifference curve, IC2. You can see that point P and point Q remains in IC1, which gives lesser satisfaction to him. But when he moves from either from point Q or point P to point E, he can move to a higher indifference curve IC2 with the same amount of money income. By spending the same amount of money income, he gets the maximum satisfaction at point E. Therefore, E is the point where consumer gets maximum satisfaction and E is the point where we consider as optimal choice of the consumer. Point E is the optimal choice or optimal point of the consumer, which you need to understand. The consumer cannot be in equilibrium at any other point except point E. Of course, he can derive more satisfaction at point D. He can derive more satisfaction at point D. Why? Because it is on a higher indifference curve IC3. But this is not possible because it is beyond the budget line. You need to purchase with the available income in your pocket, in your hand. You cannot spend more than that. Therefore, if you have to have the combination of the two goods, that is point D, the bundle point D, it is not affordable by the consumer. It is not attainable by the consumer because it is beyond the budget line. Since point D is beyond the budget line, it is not attainable. Therefore, which is the optimal point, student? It is point E, where the two conditions are fulfilled. The two conditions we already have analyzed. The first condition is that the slope of the indifference curve should be equal to the slope of the budget line. Diagrammatically, you see the slope of the indifference curve as well as the slope of the budget line are equal at point E. You can also bring it as the slope of the indifference curve can be written as MRS, marginal rate of substitution of good X and good Y, is equal to Px over Py. Px by Py represents the slope of the budget line. So, optimal point is a point where MRS xy is equal to Px by Py. So, at the point P, the first condition, that is the slope of the indifference curve is equal to the slope of the budget line, is fulfilled, and at the same point the second condition is also fulfilled, that is at the optimal point indifference curve must be convex to the origin. You know that the shape of the indifference curve is convex to the origin. It implies that MRS must be diminishing. MRS is always diminishing or decreasing or falling. That is why IC curve takes, indifference curve takes convex shape, or it is convex to the origin. And at this point a consumer purchase, at this point the consumer purchase, what is the quantity of good X? Q naught quantity of good X, and he purchases Y naught quantity of good Y to derive maximum satisfaction. At this point, what would be the combination of two goods that he purchased, student? Q naught units of good X and Y naught unit of good Y to derive maximum satisfaction. This is what you need to explain in detail with the help of diagram when they ask you explain the optimal choice of the consumer with the help of a diagram, which will be for 6 marks. I believe you all have understood, you are all working hard, you are all taking it as a notes. Of course, I will be providing the notes when the class starts. Before that, take the explanation in the form of notes and make a notes of your own. Try to write the assignment question which will be provided in the end part. Now, let us consider one of the important project and assignment oriented question which you can expect in the last part of your question paper. In this chapter, Theory of Consumer Behavior, there will be a project and assignment oriented question related to budget set and budget line, which we have understood couple of classes ago. Today we are taking up that project and assignment oriented question where you have to calculate and answer. For some questions and some other questions you need to write in a form of a statement. So let us first consider the question. Just listen to the question, observe the question. A consumer wants to consume two goods. Here a consumer wants to consume two goods. Combination of goods means there must be two goods. In this particular question, they are saying that the consumer wants to have two goods. The two goods that are taken here in this question are, one is banana, the other one is mango. Let us have the price of it, which is given in the question. The price of banana is ₹5 each, right? The price of banana given in the question, they themselves will give the price. Here the price of banana is what? ₹5 each, and the price of mango is ₹10 each. The consumer's income is ₹40. He has a budget or money income of only ₹40. Therefore, here you need to understand that a consumer wants to purchase two goods. He wants to consume two goods. The two goods are, one is banana, the other one is mango. The price of banana is ₹5 and the price of mango is ₹10, and the consumer's income here is fixed, that is ₹40. On this question, there are 5 related questions you need to answer, which will be asked in the form of A, B, C, D and E. The first question is that, how much bananas can she consume if she spend her entire income on that good? The second question is, how much mangoes can she consume if she spend her entire income on that good? And the third question is the slope of budget line downward or upward? And the fourth question is, are the bundles on the budget line equal to the consumer's income or not? And the last question is, if you want to have more of banana, you have to give up mangoes. Is it true? Now let us calculate and answer each one of this. Take it in the form of notes, understand and write like how I go about. Now let us answer to the first question. How much bananas can she consume if she spend her entire income on that good? We have come to know from the question, student, if the consumer's income is ₹40, the price of banana is ₹5, how much she can consume, how much quantity of banana that she can consume, we need to find out by spending her entire income. Now let us take up the formula. M is equal to P into Q. Here M represents income of the consumer, P represents price of banana as per this question, Q represents the quantity of that particular good. Now M that is given in the question is what? ₹40. The price of banana given is 5, and now we need to find out what is the quantity of banana that she consumes by spending her entire income. Now take Q to the left. 40 comes in the numerator and 5 comes in the denominator. By dividing this we get 8. 5 8s are 40. So what is the quantity of banana that she consumes, student? 8 bananas. So you need to answer as what? The answer to this question is that the consumer consumes 8 bananas when she spends her entire income on the purchase of that good. And then comes the second question. Now let us take up the second question, calculate and answer. Now let us answer to the second related question, which is in the form of B. How much mangoes can she consume if she spend her entire income on that good? In the same way, we need to take the formula M is equal to P into Q. As usual, we know that the income, but the money income of the consumer is 40. Now the price of mango should be taken. The price of mango is what? 10. Now we need to find out what is the quantity of mango that is being purchased and consumed by this consumer when she spends her entire income on that good. Now let us take up Q towards the left. As usual, 40 comes to the numerator, 10 comes to the denominator. When we divide, 10 4s are 40. So what is the answer? 4. Here, when she spends her entire income on mango, she can consume 4 mangoes. So answer is what? 4 mangoes. Now let us take up the third question in the form of C. Now let us find answer for the rest of the questions. The third question in the form of C, that is the slope of the budget line downward or upward? We all know that the slope of the budget line is always downward. So you have to mention budget line slopes downward. The next question, question D is, are the bundles on the budget line equal to the consumer's income or not? We already have come to know about even this. Yes, your answer should be what? Yes. All the bundles on the budget line are equal to the consumer's income. And the last question is, if you want to have more of bananas, you have to give up mangoes. Is it true? Even this we have understood that if we want to have more of one commodity, we have to forego some amount of other commodity. Even you have to say this statement is true. It is? Yes, it is true, because in order to get one additional unit of banana, some amount of mangoes has to be foregone. So this is quite very simple, students. Once you understand, it is very easy to answer to this project and assignment oriented question, which you can expect in your final examination. At the last part, there will be a last part, part E, called as project and assignment oriented question. 4 questions they will be giving out of considering all the 12 chapters. But your syllabus may reduce because of this COVID condition. So let us expect second chapter this question as an important question, because it is in the second chapter and we have learnt in a good way. I believe you all have understood. Now let us take assignment question from the topic that we have taken today. The first question as your assignment which you have to take is, what is monotonic preference? This will be asked as 2 marks question, which I have taken in the beginning of the class. You can easily answer to this question in 4 lines. Then the second question is for 6 marks. Explain the optimal choice of consumer with the help of a diagram, which I explained you in detail with the help of a diagram. The optimal choice of the consumer is to be explained in detail, which will be for 6 marks. I believe you all are writing and updating the assignment. As soon as classes reopens, I am going to check it. So do update your notes then and there. I believe you all are doing well. Take care. Bye.